Welcome to YouTube channel.
China brings out the big guns in the South China Sea. The Chinese Navy and maritime militia are using water cannons, laser dazzlers, and harassing tactics to try to push smaller nations out of the area. A woman with short hair and wearing camouflage fatigues is seen from behind as she speaks into a phone receiver. As she speaks, she looks through the window in front of her, through which the surface of the ocean is visible, with another boat floating nearby. A member of the Philippine Coast Guard issues a radio challenge to a Chinese Coast Guard ship during a resupply mission by a civilian boat in the disputed South China Sea. September 15, 2023, 1:57 p.m. China naval pressure campaign against rival nations in the South China Sea has reached unprecedented heights since yearly short-term moratoriums on fishing were lifted with Chinese ships shadowing Western warships in the region and seeking to interrupt maritime resupply on a submerged Philippine-claimed island. The People's Liberation Army Navy's ongoing blockade of the Second Thomas Shoal, a submerged reef that's part of the Spratly Island chain in the West Philippine Sea, has become a rallying point for Southeast Asian countries concerned about China's harassment of smaller nations on the high seas. In early August, the Philippines accused Chinese vessels of firing water cannons at its Coast Guard ships as they attempted to resupply the reef. It was a major display of force by China, including 6 large Coast Guard ships and 4 naval vessels. It looked to be a calculated show of force by China, said Ray Powell, the director of SEALITE, a Stanford University project focused on China's maritime gray zone activities. It looked like China was trying to send the Philippines a message that playtime is over. We're bringing in the big guns. China basically claims almost all of the South China Sea, asserting indisputable sovereignty over the Spratly Islands, the Perisel Islands, and the Scarborough Shoal via a so-called 9-line ring on the sea. While those claims are disputed by almost every other country in the region, including Taiwan, Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Vietnam, China has spent more than a decade creating facts on the ground by artificially enhancing atolls and reefs, turning them into airfields and ports.